volume keep resetting. Fucking hell. That's loud. Like, I had this thing down at, like, you know, 25%, and then it was like 100%! R2, see what you can do back there. The volume's too loud, R2. Yeah, I'm jumping right in. Jumping right in. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Rogue Squadron. I'm upset. I'm almost done with this game. But, you know, gotta do it. So tonight, Rogue Squadron as Tit Flight Leader, and then Zelda. Because I wanted to do some substantial Zelda this week.
Kaysen Moore is engineering an assault on a volcano base at Sullust in retaliation for the blockade on Chandrilla.
This level kind of sucks, if I remember correctly. Ben Swallow is here. Oh. Gotta use the Y-Wing. I feel like the Y-Wing was substantially shittier in this game than in Rogue Squadron 2, but I just don't know. I don't remember.
Kaysen, did General Riken brief you?
Yes, the location of this Imperial base was supplied to us by Boston spies. It's a crucial link to the rest of the Sullust system, so it's also well protected, hidden inside this volcano. They use the volcanic activity to power a geothermal generator which is regulated by a shielded central capacitor. But inside the volcano, several transmitters are feeding thermal energy to the capacitor. Destroy the transmitters,
and we take the shield down. Kaysen, you lead the way.
Kaysen, your audio a little crackly. Can you get your droid, can you get your R2 unit to fix the audio?
Visual scanning.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember this level.
what's for enemy fighters?
Okay, that's one. You know what to look for. They may be slow, but they can take a beating. Didn't even scratch me.
You know, I don't know if it was in this game, but there's advanced bombs in one of the games that makes your bombs explode into a bunch of other bombs. Oh, everything is attacking me. That's the advanced bombs. Well, I have advanced bombs right now. R2, we're dying! R2's like, I do not know death. This is just painful. This level is just fucking disgustingly hard. But I'll get it. It's no problem. I got this. Some say if you stay low, you can stay under the missile fire. But some might say. But those some are fucking idiots. Okay, I'm having trouble dropping bombs. Okay. Okay, well there's a thing.
Sure, we found some secret photon torpedoes. I'm hit.
Again, the voice goes into Luke voice for no apparent reason. Starts as some random dude's voice, and then it turns into Luke. I love it. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a bombing run right here. No, do not kill the droid. I told you, R2 is the true hero of the Star Wars universe. Obi-Wan's like, no, I don't remember ever owning a droid. Well, it's like poetry so that it rhymes. Someone just said that the Y-Wing looks like a backwards pod racer.
That should do it. The shield should be down.
Let's all rendezvous back at the capacitor. We'll need to hit it with all our firepower.
Okay. Let's hope no missile turrets remain. Where am I hitting this thing? I would imagine in the glowy bit. But now I feel like maybe it's not the glowy bit. Oh, it's these bits. Oh, I feel like that's gonna be a death right there. Notice I've just ignored the TIE fighters this entire time. I'm not very well equipped as a Y-wing to handle TIE fighters. Well, maybe just a little. Mother of fuck. Alright, fuck the TIE fighters. Oh! Vinny, if you don't hurry, Starwolf will show up and you'll have to fight them too. Not so fast, Luke Skywalker! You know, the reason I didn't really like Rebel Strike is just some of the ground missions suck, but now that, you know, I might want to stream it. I might want to stream it because it is a pretty decent game. It's just, you know, it's weaker than these two because there's segments where you have to be on the ground. And I feel that was a fluke Skywalker.
Okay, that's one.
You know, like you're Luke and you have to like shoot. You have to use like turrets to shoot. There's a speeder bike chase. It's still a pretty decent game. Might be worth a shot one day.
But not that. Maintain visual scanning. The stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down.
See if you can find some advanced proton torpedoes.
Okay, it's a little bit better. Again, for an N64 game, this is really impressive. And I remember the game had a pretty good resolution when it first came out. I want to point you to a game called Chopper Attack, if you want to see a not-so-great-looking N64 flying game. Chopper Attack was like a first-gen N64 game that I rented and liked. And it was like a flight combat game with helicopters, and it wasn't completely terrible. It was a little lame. But, this game, Factor 5 really got some nice graphics out of the, unfortunate N64. I say unfortunate because I feel like this system could have been even more powerful if they went with CDs. Not more powerful, but they could have fit, like, more... Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this was the pinnacle of technology at the time, for the most part. I'm not a very technically minded person. But I've been watching, you know, the more reviews from that N64 Glenn Plant guy, and he's good. He does good reviews. And it, watching some of those, CDs would have been easier to develop for. If Nintendo went with CDs, the PlayStation might not have ever existed. And Square might not have ever jumped ship. And Final Fantasy VII would have been on, you know, the N64. I mean, who knows what gaming would have been like had that happened. Maybe it was for the best that Nintendo had Sony as a competitor. But, yeah, one thing watching that review channel has made me realize is that, like, how many games that I thought looked amazing when I was a kid are actually just trash pits. Just really gross, blurry, poor textures. Even games that I thought looked good at the time just ended up being, like, really, really lazy. Or, like, bad ports. Like, Gex was a pretty bad port.
Let's all rendezvous back at the capacitor. We'll need to hit it with all our firepower. Maintain visual scanning.
And yeah, no, I mean, the N64 not having severe loading times was a great thing. So, I mean, there were benefits to the N64 having cartridges. Guys, I didn't... My hitbox... What's going on with my hitbox? Getting right the fuck out of there. Come on. I always thought that the laser sound... What? In God's good name.
Let's get out of here before the volcano destabilizes. Rogue Squadron, I'm afraid you'll have to cut your celebration short. Moff
So, did I
Bearden
win?
has begun his attack on Thyferra. He used us. This is all a diversion.
Did I win? Okay.
By leading Rogue Squadron to Sullust, Moff Bearden has secretly captured the Bacta supplies of Thyferra and now intends to cut off medical supplies to the Alliance. Free Thyferra and defeat Bearden once and for all.
That rotating platform thingy was very janky. That was jank McGank because
The Incom T-65X.
I was just like flying into it, even though I wasn't really near it. It was like it had its own gravitational pull. It was drawing me in. I know how gravity works. Guys, did you know if something spins, like a lot, that, it has gravity, and it brings things into it?
Thyferra, be careful, team. We've got to hit Imperial targets only. Avoid civilian casualties at all costs. We can't afford to lose those back to containers, so be careful. Pick your targets and go.
I mean, the X-Wing is the all-around, you know, workhorse. It's amazing. I love it. Wasn't my favorite when I was a kid. Felt like it was a little, like, vanilla. But you know, there's the vanilla argument. Oh shit, right. There's the argument that the reason vanilla is used like that is like kind of a misnomer. Vanilla doesn't mean bland, it means it's the standard. It's so good that it's the standard. Vanilla's amazing. I love vanilla, but I like, you know, I like my vanilla. Oh my god, I like my vanilla ice cream with a little bit of flair. So, I may enjoy like vanilla ice cream, but I like it with like chocolate syrup. You know, you can add a little bit. So like the X-Wing is cool, but if you give it like secret proton torpedoes, then you got a winner.
Rear shield down. I'll get that stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down. I'm clear, but my fighter is down.
I realized that an X-Wing discussion turned into a discussion about vanilla ice cream. But I mean, I'm always down to talk about vanilla ice cream. Maybe not in the winter. Okay, I'm Jesus. I'm down to talk about vanilla ice cream anytime but the winter. Generally. Alright, at the moment, I kind of want vanilla ice cream. So I'm down to talk about vanilla ice cream every time except the winter and maybe now because I want it. But I don't have it, so me talking about it now would be fruitless and very dumb. Okay, so I'm down to talk about vanilla ice cream anytime except the winter, except for now because I want it, but since I don't have it, I shouldn't be talking about it because it just makes me want it, but I don't have it. Beware the Spanish Inquisition.
The Bacta container. We can't afford to lose much more.
Okay.
Help me out here. I'm clear, but my fighter is down.
They're taking out a lot of these back to containers. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Kind of fucking this mission up.
Stop it.
Bye, Wedge. I just watched Wedge crash land. He's okay, though. Apparently Luke Skywalker's the only one that can't crash land and survive. He dies. His X-Wing explodes. Anyone else on the team, they get to land, they skid a little bit, they get a little rug burn, and then that's it.
Sir, we found some cluster seeker missiles.
Okay. That was a thing I was not supposed to destroy. Whoa, fuck off! Are these rebels? Kinda can't tell, they kinda just look like everything else. That TIE Interceptor is a fucking hero of the Empire. Rebel scum! Oh shit. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Right. That missile helped me. Nice. What do I have to destroy here? Oh, one of these barracks. There we go. I love the sound effects of the TIE Fighter. Wasn't like didn't Ben Burt use the sound of like a seal screaming and combined it with something else to make the TIE Fighter sound? Holy shit. Okay. Christ.
Greetings, Commander Skywalker. So you're the young man who destroyed the Death Star.
The first Death Star.
Moff Syrden. Do you wish to surrender now, or shall I destroy you?
But you're in a shuttle. That's not a... Moff Syrden, that's not a vehicle that you want to go up against an X-Wing in.
Ah, you're a very talented pilot. You have learned much, Skywalker.
You don't even know who I am. I blew up the fucking Death Star. Oh!
I could have used a pilot with your skill.
Here I am trash talking. Meanwhile, this dude has me bested. Mother of fuck! Should have just, like, pulled a wharf. Prepare for ramming speed!
Moff Syrden has secretly captured the Bacta supplies of Thyferra, and now intends to cut off medical...
I don't know, I mean, the dude was in a very heavily modified and armored, shuttle.
targets and go. R2, see what you can do back here.
Already. I just started and I got hit with a fucking missile already. I can do this better. And quicker. Here I am thinking back to my Pilot Wing streams. I totally could do this quicker. It was in fact not quicker at all. You son of a bitch.
Watch out for those Vector containers.
Okay, so for those that don't know, when you lose R2, you lose health regeneration.
I'm hit.
R2-D2 recovers health very slowly.
Rear shields down.
Okay, I have some TIE fighters on my ass.
Sir, we found some cluster seeker missiles.
They're good. They got better. Do you randomly lose him? No. What happens is you take a certain amount of damage, and if you get too much damage, I believe R2 just dies. Like he's forever dead in the Star Wars universe, forever.
We've lost the Vector container. We can't afford to lose much more.
I'm hit, but not bad.
This annoying fucking thought of a TIE fighter. Get out of here. Whoa. Let's hit the level boundary. So yeah, if you lose R2-D2, then Spock has to compensate. That's... Yeah, these TIE Interceptor pilots got better. Also, I know the audio is a bit Rice Krispies at the moment. It usually takes a little time to fix itself if you're new to these Rogue Squadron streams. Just bombers and fighters left. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess that'll do.
Greetings, Commander Skywalker. So you're the young man who destroyed the Death Star. Do you wish to surrender now, or shall I destroy you?
Okay, so the problem here is I have no health for this. My missile's not attacking? What the fuck?
Ah, you're a very talented pilot. You have learned much, Skywalker.
This
Too bad you
fucking
joined
dude's
the
voice, though.
I could have used a pilot with your skills. Impossible.
That was almost insta-death.
The Empire will crush the rebellion.
Please. Yes, I got it. The torpedo hit.
Woohoo! Great job, Rogue Squadron. The Imperials won't get Thyferra now.
Hey!
Hey, where are you?
Down on the ground, still waiting for someone to pick me up.
I'm on my way, Kaysen.
Took a little while, but I hit him. I'm gonna do a spoiler for the new Pokemon movie. You ready?
The World Devastators are raining destruction on the peaceful world of Mon Calamari. Fly as Wedge Antilles and battle against all odds to stop their evil conquest.
Pikachu talks English. Pikachu say English. And there's a video. I know I probably talked about this a little bit, but there's a video of the moment when Pikachu's like, "It's because I'm Pikachu."
This is
And,
a new craft, fast, light, and unpredictable. The V-Wing carries 2 blaster cannons which can be fired at a normal rate or in the rapid-fire position. Rapid fire is useful for strafing ground targets, but it overloads the cooling units and can often cause a complete burnout.
And yeah, I watched the video again today. There's a dude, like, when that happens in the theater, it's like a dude like my age or maybe even older, or maybe a little younger. He's like, "Yo, the fuck?" It's like, what the fuck? But his voice is really deep. And I'm like, oh shit. There's gonna be like 70-year-olds watching Pokemon movies in like 20 years. Six years after the Battle of Endor, the fight for freedom continues, even without the thousands of Jedi Knights who formed the backbone of the Old Republic. The Rebel Alliance has managed to control 3/4 of the galaxy. Boy, while this got thrown out the window, Darth Vader is dead, but a reborn empire under a mysterious new leader strikes back at the struggling Rebel Alliance, hoping to crush the fledgling New Republic. Snoke? Massive world devastators more powerful and unstoppable than the Death Star ravage entire planets. Rogue Squadron, which is now commanded by Wedge Antilles, persists in mounting daring missions throughout the galaxy. Palpatine's behind it all. The fuck? But, yeah, the World Devastators, man, definitely more powerful than the Death Star. You know, a thing the size of a moon that has a laser that can instantly destroy a planet immediately. These World Devastators, you gotta park on the planet. Yeah, it's like nice crispy cereal. I added too much milk to the cereal audio. This is almost as stupid as a Death Star battering ram. Oh, they have new TIE fighters, yeah. I forgot about that.
Commander Wedge Antilles of Rogue Squadron, we are coming to your assistance.
Kinda wish Wedge was in episode 7. I think Dennis Lawson was just like, nah, I'm out.
Sir, the Devastators are getting close to the city.
But Wedge was like one of my favorite peripheral characters in all of Star Wars.
Rapid fire mode engaged.
Yep. Rapid fire mode is kind of amazing. The only problem, this vehicle is like unbelievable. Oh, this is Mon Calamari. This is where like Akbar and the fish people live. They live in like little fish houses with domes and stuff. Is that how water works then?
This is Rogue 3. Sir, my R2 has found a weak spot. It's a shield generator on top. If we destroy it, we have a better chance of taking these things down.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
You see a shield generator up here?
Shield's down.
Already! Here it is.
Inbound fighters at 1013.
Let's take out the leg jets. If we destroy
Leg
the legs,
jets,
the
you say?
Devastator has no propulsion.
Okay. And tell me again how this is more... Tell me again how this is more dangerous than... Oh my god, I forgot about the Seeker missiles. Look at that! Those clusterfuck missiles!
Hit your boosters.
Yeah, this vehicle. You got boosters,
Boosters recharging.
you got rapid fire, you got clusterfuck missiles, you got Admiral Akbar's home, hanging out somewhere around here in Fish Village. Whoa, whoa, what kind of physics is that? These are alien spacecraft in the Star Wars universe, defying physics. I may have accidentally destroyed some of the buildings in Fishland here.
Malfunction.
Rapid fire mode engaged.
Sorry about that. Oh boy. Oh boy.
More fighters inbound on 17.28.
Okay, still got 3 clusterfuck missiles. This is the accuracy killer right here. These things... Okay, this is definitely like Star Fox. Right here. I mean, there's some stupid shit in Star Wars, but that is just dumb. Alright, you know what though? In Episode 8, here's a spoiler for a vehicle. It's not really a spoiler. There's a thing that has like a ski, and it's just a giant piece of shit. And it like, they have to extend the ski to stabilize it, and it still sucks, and they're terrible with them. They're awful. Awful, awful ships.
Great
You know-
job, Minor. We stopped the Devastator. Now let's take out those ties.
Have I not had to take out a single Star Destroyer in this game?
TIE fighters are destroyed.
I guess too big.
Shield's down.
There's plenty in the next game. Why doesn't this shield generator protect itself? Whoa. Whoa, oh, that was good. Good job. These new TIE fighters either border on miracles or the dumbest shit in the Star Wars universe.
Burnout on cannon 1. Burnout
Oh,
on cannon
damn.
2. Hold on, my blasters are still cooling.
Oh no, the Calamaris!
They're gone. We've completely routed the world's Devastators. We've taken a lot of damage, Rogues, but I want you to know, we saved another world from the Empire. We did well here today. Let's go home.
I would have loved if the V-Wings were in the following games. They're droids? Oh, right, yeah, they're droids, just like in the prequels. If that last building didn't explode at the last second like that, I would have gotten the gold. Oh well. The World Devastators were on Lothal in a recent episode of Rebels. No shit. I'll look that up. I want to see if they look the same. I haven't seen most of the recent season. Well, I've seen some of it. Oh no shit, you're right. Oh boy, this MIDI. It seems like they're adopting a lot of stuff from the EU. And they're trying to like bring in the cool stuff. So, there's bonus missions, guys. There's a couple bonus missions. But, it seems like, you know, they're bringing in some stuff like Thrawn, who I hope we get to see more of, because Thrawn is like... I like the calculated, cold, like, you know, quiet Imperial... That's the thing, like, the Hux thing, I'm not really crazy about Hux. I like Dom Gleason, but I don't really particularly care for Hux. Like, he just kind of became a loud, shouting maniac who then gets made fun of a lot. But like Tarkin commanded this quiet respect, and you knew that dude was fucking scary. And that's why I like Thrawn. Thrawn is like 4 or 5 like steps ahead of everybody. So, yeah, I'd like to see more extended universe stuff come back into canon. I learned that the reason... Okay, I learned a couple things. I don't know how true this is, but I learned that, JJ... So there's George Lucas's outline for, the new Star Wars movies, right? He had, like, a whole outline. They didn't use them, but they did use some general kind of, like, guiding, like, posts. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But they used some of his ideas, like very, very, very few. One of which was Luke Skywalker being missing. Apparently someone came to JJ with an overview for the entirety of the 3 movies of the new trilogy, and JJ Abrams didn't really care for it, so he started over, mostly, and he had to do so very, very quickly. So when they did episode 7, they didn't know who these characters were gonna be. They didn't have any of those questions answered. They just said, fuck it, we'll wing it. I think that's not so great. I really wish they would have had more time to pre-plan these things. Maybe delayed, like, the movies a year? So, here's an example. You have the Lord of the Rings movies, right? Peter Jackson did pre-production on those movies, writing, storyboarding, you know, building props and sets and working with people to adapt the Lord of the Rings for like 3 years before they filmed anything. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's close to what really happened, like 2 or 3 years. When The Hobbit happened, Peter Jackson had like 2 months because they didn't want to push back the release of the movie, and Del Toro left the project, so Peter Jackson had to pick it up and start over because he couldn't use Del Toro's vision. He had to start from scratch. So he was like winging the whole fucking thing as he was going. There were scenes that they were filming that did not have any script. Yeah, that audio crackling is a real motherfucker. And the reason the Hobbit movies went to 3 movies instead of 2 is because they were going to go film the Battle of the 5 Armies, and they had nothing. They were just filming dudes hitting each other with sticks. So they decided, like, okay, we could try to get the rest of this movie packed into this one movie, or we can just say fuck it, and we can go ahead and delay the thing a year and make a third movie. So the reason that the Hobbit trilogy is a trilogy is because, well, you know, some things went tits up.
The world devastators are...
I need to get... I need to get a bronze. I think there was one mission I didn't get a bronze on. No. Hang on a second. Assault on Kyle 2. So I need to get the bronze on this one.
Kyle 2, hide the Imperial Enclave.
And then I can get a bonus level. And if I get all the silvers, I get one more bonus level, though I'm not sure I want to do that. We'll see. Someone in chat said it was George Lucas's idea to wipe the extended universe, and I can see that. I read it as JJ wanted to wipe so he could start with a clean slate, but I would not be surprised if Lucas was like, get rid of it. You know, I feel very secure unwrapping the salad. Very secure.
Help me out.
I also have a couple cheat codes. This game had some amazing cheat codes. Okay, so if I remember correctly, all the turrets need to go. All the turrets need to go, the buildings need to go, and then I move on. I got this. I know what I did wrong last time. Also, I have upgrades now. So my lasers are more powerful, my bombs are more powerful. Should be able to do this.
Didn't even scratch me.
Fucking slow-ass vehicles, please! We needed like a contingent of X-Wings on this mission so bad. Cheap-ass Rebel Alliance didn't want to deliver the goods.
Hang on back there.
Come on. The audio is crispier than ever. Well, you know what? The ending credits were the crispiest. See, I also have to be accurate, so I can't really be fucking around with... I can't really be fucking around with, like, taking these crazy shots. Unless I'm sure they're gonna hit. Buildings are a good way to build up accuracy.
I copy.
Vinny, is it wrong that I unironically like the pod racing stuff from Phantom Menace? No, that's a good scene. I mean, it's fun to watch. I like the episode 1 racer game. That was cool. I don't think anyone should feel ashamed for liking the prequels. I think that's kind of bullshit. As much as I love the Red Letter Media reviews, it's not word of God. I mean, they point out a lot of glaring problems that make the movies tough to watch in retrospect. But there's a lot to like in the prequels. Unironically. A couple things, I think. Maybe. 3 or 4. Ewan McGregor was great.
But not bad.
Ian McDermott as Palpatine. Palpatine. The pod race stuff was cool. Okay, check this out. I was hoping there was going to be pod racers in a particular moment of Episode 8. Even though I don't really give a fuck about the prequels very much anymore. I was really hoping we were going to see some pod racing. Some of the fights, even though they have no emotion whatsoever, at times, they're just, like, flawlessly choreographed. I think they're still fun to watch. What else? What else do I like about the prequels? I like how quotable they are. Well, that's not in its that's not in its favor, to be honest. But it's more like it's kind of an ironic like. But she had more bombs. Episode 3 had some genuinely interesting moments. I like the opera scene. I like when Anakin's head morphs to look at Palpatine. Remember that? But you never noticed that. It's a really bizarre moment in the opera scene where Anakin's face like morphs into a different pose. I like the world building.
Didn't even scratch me.
I like Natalie Portman.
Look, it's an ambush. I don't know where they came from. I don't have nav control anymore. Can't hear the straight. Main computer offline. Targeting computer offline. It's just off road 7. I can't.
Dexter Jettster's Space Diner.
Wedge made it, but he's gonna be captured for sure. I'm under a lot of fire. Increase speed, full throttle. Hold on, Wedge. Okay, Rose, we're not done here. Let's clean up.
I just need a bronze. Alright. Audio got very low for some reason. And it was my accuracy. Yep. I took too many pot shots.
In honor of the bravery and courage of Rogue Squadron, the Rebel Alliance presents each one of you with a plated insignia, so that all who see it shall know you.
I can't skip this? No shit. No shit, I can't skip this? Wow. Yeah, crispy MIDI time. Well, you know what? Before I do cheats... Nah, you know what? Let's do it now. I actually remembered this cheat all these years later. This is one of the few, like, cheats I remember. So I obviously Konami code. I remember on the 8th day God created Torok. No? Oh, I spelled it wrong. I love when games have codes that come out like 2 years later. I don't remember if this is one of them, but I remember the N64 had a couple of games that, like, cheats were revealed many, many years after the game came out. Okay, that one works. This is a bit of a morbid code. Basing a code around GoldenEye. Oh yeah, GoldenEye had a bunch of codes, yeah. Final Fantasy IX had a thing that took a long time to, you know, happen. So you got Beggar's Canyon, Death Star Trench Run, and the Battle of Hoth, which was admittedly done better in later games, but it's still pretty cool. So this is, yeah, every...
Beggar's Canyon. It's tricky, so listen up. The main canyon is fairly simple, but watch out for sandcrawlers taking a shortcut. The left branch is harder, but the right branch is the toughest. Lots of twists and turns. Jason, I used to shoot through it with no brakes. Well, I'm an old bastard, so I better take the main route. I'll meet you at the moisture farm on the plateau. Well, I'll take the left branch if you don't mind racing against me. Guess you're on the right branch, huh, Wedge? You got it.
It's just a race. Yeah. Luke is like, come back to my home. Oh, this sucks. One life to live. I don't even remember, I was saying something. Yeah, Luke has a little model Skyhopper in his house in New Hope. It's fucking turns, man. Sounds like something John Williams would compose for an Ewok theme. Ewok racing.
I feel guilty beating you guys. I used to make this run every day in my old P16.
Gotta go for some style points at the end. Okay, so there's that. Then there's the Death Star Trench Run.
Travel down the Death Star trench, eliminating as many laser cannons as possible. If the trench guns stop firing, you can bet the Death Star's complement of TIEs will be in close pursuit. Continue down the trench until you reach the exhaust port area. Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Okay, I can't use the thing that I unlocked. I unlocked a very special spacecraft that you'll see. Very special indeed.
This is a new craft. Fast, light...
Yep, it's a new craft.
V-Wing carries 2 blaster cannons which can be fired at a normal rate or in the rapid-fire position. Rapid fire is useful for strafing ground targets, but it overloads...
It's a special craft, and it's new, and it costs 14,000 battle points to unlock. I don't know, my favorite Star Wars movie was The Empire Strikes Back.
Look at the size of that thing.
Cut the chatter. Wedge, hold them off as best you can. Rogues, we're gonna have company real soon. Inbound fighters at 10:13. I caught.
Wow. When you play Rogue Squadron 2,
I'm hit.
and the first mission in Rogue Squadron 2 is the Death Star trench run.
I'm hit. Yeah.
And like, playing this in comparison to that, my god. Also, this trench is a lot thicker than it's supposed to be. And there's right turns.
More fighters inbound on 17.28. I'm hit! I'm hit! Rear shield's down! Yeah!
Whoa, dude.
I'm clear, but my fighter is down. I'm clear, but my fighter's down.
Yep. Gold Squadron is all dead.
Can't fire. The S-foils are closed.
They're called S-foils. I feel like they should be called X-foils, but I'm no expert.
Incoming tide. I caught. I'm hit. Rear shield's down.
We just need Han Solo here to help me
I'm
out.
hit. Rear shield's down. Ah! I'm hit, but not bad. I'm clear.
Sound of
but
death.
My fighter is down. I'm hit. I'm clear, but my fighter is down.
So I guess you have to destroy most of... There, here we go.
Han, Chewie. Well, what are you doing here?
Romph. Romph.
Thanks, Han. Good luck.
Why didn't Han say anything? Not feeling too talkative, kid. Blow this thing and go home. Romph!
I've lost R2.
But what if Chewbacca was a person? Like a human, rather. Like he is, you know, he's a person. He's, but I wonder what he would sound like. Still got a silver for as much as I fucked that up. Yes, a highly inferior version of the Death Star trench run, but it's you know, it's fun for the N64.
Take an early morning run over Moss Ice.
I played the shit out of this game, just for fun. I would get all the gold medals and just go run through the levels again. It was just a lot of fun. All the time. Every year. 100 years fun. All the time.
Luke, I think we've got a problem. Is that my imagination, or are those Imperial
A Cadillac.
troops ahead? They're attacking, no?
What's the problem, Wedge? This doesn't look like a Cadillac from the inside.
Rapid fire mode engaged.
I have my suspicions that this is, in fact, a real Cadillac.
Hold on, my blasters are still cooling. I'm clear, but my blasters down. Hit your boosters. Hey.
R2's talking about Cadillacs and how much they suck. But look. Just in case you didn't know, that's when them droids. That's when them droids. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just gonna destroy the pod that brought R2-D2 and C-3PO down to Tatooine. What the fuck was that pause menu? There's a bonus... There's a bonus game, or a bonus level where you get to play as a chicken walker ATST, but... the problem is it's a co-op game. So, one person controls the head, one person controls the legs. So I have a couple more codes I want to enter. Tied up. Okay. There's one. Of course, the game would have to have the Millennium Falcon. Of course. I think this was the code that happened later. I don't remember if this one was available right in the beginning. Halifax? No? Oh, and oh, then you have another one. Okay, so yes. This one was weird. You had to enter 2 codes. So you think you got the first one wrong, and then you get this one. Maybe? I think it's good. Ingve Malstein is the code, yes. They had to throw you off the scent. They didn't want you to know, because this game came out before Episode 1.
Kason Moore's information is once again... Lieutenant Kason Moore has supplied...
So I unlocked a bunch of new shit, but basically what I unlocked was the Millennium Falcon, the Naboo Starfighter... No explanation for that one. Also, yeah, I always forget about Battle for Naboo, which is a game that came out after this on the N64. It was like a sequel. It wasn't really that bad of a game. It was pretty good.
This is a Corellian YT-1300 freighter. I don't know where this ship came from, but it is not within the set parameters for a civilian transport. It has been illegally modified with 2 quad guns, 1 mounted cannon, several escape pods, a completely new sublight engine, several stealth and communications jamming additions, and a large secret cargo area. Not the prettiest ship, but an excellent choice, if you're a smuggler.
But the question is, how does one...
A flight of Y-wings captured this
shit.
TIE interceptor. Avi helped us decipher its various flight components. It's extremely agile, and as with the TIE fighter, completely unshielded. It sports 4 laser cannons.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. It has no shields, so you die immediately.
Private channel, sir. Private channel, go ahead. Luke, how do we know Jason isn't leading us right into
It's got no shields, no missiles, but it's really fast and it shoots fast.
Maintain visual scanning. Stop it.
This was like hard mode. It's also got that fun screeching elephant laser noise. No, it doesn't get annoying. Definitely doesn't get annoying. I mean, you do have a shield. There is like a little bit of a shield. They say it's unshielded, but it has like, you know, it's reinforced aluminium alloy or something.
Lieutenant. The cowardly
Let's see. I
Imperial
want to do, before I do the Naboo Starfighter, I definitely want to do a Millennium Falcon level. And again, I was disappointed. You know, every time I've ever flown the Millennium Falcon in a video game, it's always been this, like, clunky, big mess that you can't see over.
Remember, let the
Does look
Y-Wing
cool, though.
take care of the yachts. Rogue Squadron flies cover.
Accelerate to attack speed.
I think in Rogue Leader you get to rotate the gun behind you. Actually, it's not too bad in this one.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
I know it's a freighter, I'm just saying it was never as fun to fly as you thought it would be.
Rear shield down! I'm hit! One down! Let's keep up the good work!
Let's just say first-person mode's a little confusing. Just a little bit. Because it's like, oh, I can totally make it through this. No, I can't.
Help me out here! Help me out here!
Help me out, yeah!
Rogue Squadron, where's our cover? We've got to destroy those missile turrets, otherwise the Y-Wings are done for.
I'm clear, but my fighter is down.
Gun's like rotating really fast. I don't know if you see that. It's like twitching out bad.
Rogue leader, we don't want to destroy those shuttles.
Okay. That's how Han Solo would do the mission, I think. Just go in, shoot everything, and then realize, what shuttles? You know, the rebel shuttles? Okay, so yeah, the Naboo Starfighter. I thought it looked cool, and then many years later I thought, wow, this thing kind of looks stupid. And then I kind of came around to it again.
Moff Searden has secretly captured the Bacta supplies of Thyferra, and now intends to...
Now I kind of like the Naboo Starfighter, as weird as that sounds. I don't think it's the best design, but it's chrome. It's not my favorite. But I thought it looked cool as fuck when I first unlocked it.
Pick your targets and go.
Looks like a nose. And it's very fast.
Maintain visual scanning.
It's extremely fast, and it's got some pretty good firepower. Very maneuverable. Not so sure how I feel about its shields. pretty much gave up immediately on the Naboo starfighter. Then again, it was only in Naboo, right? I wonder if the Naboo starfighter had become like a huge fan favorite. Do you think in the following movies they would have like had a scene where they're like, our armies have adopted the Naboo starfighter design as we liked it so much and it's so good.
Watch out for those Vector containers.
Anyway, the Battle for Naboo game was actually quite a bit different. I don't really... I mean, it's the same developer, but I wouldn't really consider it to be a direct sequel as much as Rogue Leader was, because it... most of the missions, or at least over... I would say over half the missions take place on the ground. So there's like boat missions, I think. There's like hover boats. There's like, hovercraft vehicles that you have to shoot. And then there's some Naboo starfighter.
Hoth from the cockpit of your snowspeeder as you hold off Imperial forces and help the rebel transports escape.
Desert just said Naboo starfighters are so easy to pilot, even a 6-year-old could pilot one. That's a neat trick. Boy, those battle droids sure seem threatening.
The transports can't escape unless the probe droids are gone.
When that six-year-old child manages to accidentally blow up the donut that controls them.
Good shooting. Thanks. Maintain visual scanning.
Rogue 10 is down in Sector Lambda. He needs your assistance.
I copy.
He'll be fine. You'd think Rogue 10 would know to take cover behind his speeder.
Use your harpoons and tow cables. Go for the ledge. Here we go, Jack.
So this was the second time Hoth had been done on the N64. First being Shadows of the Empire, which was extremely impressive. Again, you can take out these motherfuckers without the tow cables. It just takes a while. And then Hoth was repeated another 2 times on the GameCube. Both Rogue Squadron games on the GameCube had a Hoth mission.
One more pass. Cable out. Let her go. Another victory for Rogue Squadron. Don't get cocky.
Oh! Oh fuck, I only had 1 life left. Vinny, another light is a big hit at my workplace. You've got a dozen or so people jamming to your shit in Milwaukee. Are you Mike Stoklaza? I only know 4 people that are from Milwaukee, with the occasional 5th. Milwaukee has become a bit of a capital, like a cultural, like, center point for me, because of the Red Letter Media guys. That's the only thing I know about Milwaukee.
The transports can't escape unless the probe droids are gone.
That and beer. Cheese is Wisconsin, right? Oh, I also know about Milwaukee, which Alice Cooper said to Wayne in Wayne's World.
Maintain visual scanning.
Beer
That is
and
down in
cheese.
Sector Lambda.
Okay.
Need your assistance.
I copy. I'm on it.
Battlefront 2, the original, had a Hoth mission, right? Well, I guess it was a little bit more freeform since it was a battlefield, you know, type battlefield-ish experience, right? I think I remember it, but it was just kind of a random, you know, capture the point
Use your
thing.
harpoons and tow cables. Go for the ledge. Here we go, Dak.
Both original Battlefronts had Hoth. Okay.
I'm hit. Activate harpoon. I'm hit. Put your shields down.
Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back on the Super Nintendo had a Hoth mission. There was like an Atari 2600 game that had the Hoth mission.
Cable out. Let
This
her
is
go.
like the most repeated level
Another victory
in
for
all
Rogue
Star Wars
Squadron.
video games.
Don't get cocky. I'm hit. I'm hit. Your shields down. Activate harpoon.
Fucking AT-AT Corpse, or ATST Corpse, proving to be a very formidable obstacle.
Cable out. Let her go.
God, that's gotta suck. I'm gonna try to take this thing down with lasers. I'm up for a challenge. Never mind. Takes about 15 minutes. Alright, never mind. I'm good. Changed my mind very quickly. I know it was possible in Shadows of the Empire, because when you would attack them, the percentage would go down very slowly.
Cable out. Let her go.
Good work, Rogue Squadron. The base has been evacuated. We'll meet you at the rendezvous point. And Luke, the Falcon made it out all right. Don't do anything foolish like running off to Dagobah.
I think that was supposed to be Han Solo's voice. Alright. Well, there you go.
Experience the Battle of Hoth from the cockpit of your snowspeeder as you hold off Imperial forces and help the rebel transports escape.
How did they even know about Dagobah? How does like the... Did Luke tell Han he was going to Dagobah? I don't remember now. It's irrelevant. Alright, well that was Rogue Squadron. I think you've seen pretty much all of it. I think Rebel Strike could happen. Maybe next year? Or maybe if I'm in the mood for another Star Wars game, we'll do that one. So, yeah. This was great. Still holds up. Still really fun. I wish the PC port for, this... Okay, so there was a PC port back in, like, the late 90s when this came out. And it was, you know, decent, but the Steam version basically just uses that version, and it's very limited. I don't remember being able to, I don't think you can use a controller. The mouse control sucks, you can't window the game. It's like really shittily, poorly thrown together. That was last time I tried to stream Rogue Squadron. I got the Steam version and was just utterly disappointed with it. So... but the N64 version is still great. If the audio wasn't crackly, I would say that this was amazing. So, very good. They fixed most of it. Should be good now. I played with no issues. Oh, okay. That's cool. It's good to hear they fixed it. Vinny, you should play I'm Han Solo as the BRB. I dare you. Fuck off. Alright, we're going to take a quick BRB and not play I'm Han Solo during the BRB. So stick around. I'm going to play for you a depressing song that, I'll tell you the story behind it real quick. It was Noel Gallagher, a bonus song off his new album. And the idea being, it was just an acoustic recording. He didn't know that he was being recorded. It was like some radio station. And he wrote it in under 2 hours, like a couple weeks before. And then the piano player just joined in. And he had never heard the song. So when you hear the piano in the song, keep in mind that the dude playing piano is just sitting there in between takes for like a radio station. And at the end of it, he's like, is that new? Like, he didn't even know what the song was, which makes it even better. So it's a little depressing, but it's been really, I don't know, it's really been hitting whatever spot for me lately. So I'm going to play it because I fucking love it. And I'll be back with Zelda. Stick around.